healing bugs, and welcome back. In my hands today we have another witch casket box. This is the first witch casket of the spring, which feels ridiculous to say because it snowed again yesterday. We only get snow maybe once every 6 years in the part of Pembrokeshire that I live in because we're so coastal, and yeah, it snowed twice in March, so I don't really think the world knows that it is supposed to be spring, but maybe we can send out some spring vibes with this box. I've actually filmed this box already and I had some problems with my card where half of the footage was corrupt, so I'm going to film this now, mash them together. So yeah, if I jump around the screen or anything like that, that's probably where I put the two videos together. It's not some kind of crazy witchcraft. So let's get into the box. So the first thing that's in the box is this card, a lovely art card from Tea Cake Art. You guys know that Tea Cake Art makes my favourite art cards. They end up on my wall, which now exists. I've finally started to frame and put things up. I probably put the pictures maybe up a little bit too high because you can't see most of them, but it does give me more space around here to add some more. I really like this one. There always seem to be a lot of hands in the pictures, which I really like. Hands with like long witchy nails and crystals and flowers. So yeah, big fan of that one. It's going to be joining all the other pictures up on my wall. On to our crystal of the month. This time we have black banded onyx. I think mine is especially cool just because it is shaped like a horse's hoof. It's pretty unusual and it's a really good sized crystal. And on the little card here it says, banded onyx is seen as a strength-giving stone which can help people under extreme mental and emotional stress by bringing balance to mind and body. It can help to ground you and focus your attention. That's good for me because my attention span is so bad, so unbelievably bad. Black banded onyx is also believed to aid in healing long-standing grief and easing loneliness, making you feel loved and protected. So I'm going to take this with me tomorrow. I have a course to go to in Cardiff, and yeah, it can help focus my attention on listening to everybody in the room because I feel like I might struggle with that, so this is going to come with me. We also have a Herbal Blend. This is a very generously sized blend of herbs. There are a lot in here. It also smells really good, so this is for purification and protection. Herbs hold the earth's energy within them, so they are bursting with magical power. They have many uses. You can add them to your charm/spell bag, scatter them around your magical space or altar, make incense with them, add them to potions or ritual baths. I would really like to try and make incense with some of the powders that I've got. It's not something that I've ever done before, so if anyone has any tips on how to make incense or any links to some good videos, then that would be great because I'd really like to try this out. This one smells pretty good. We've got chamomile and peppermint in here. It's really good. I think there's basil and sage in here as well. I think I remember seeing that on the card that I read afterwards. But yeah, there's so much in here that I'm going to get a lot of uses out of it, so that's really good. We also have this very cute wooden spoon. I didn't realise it was a wooden spoon. It's like a herb scoop, but what I would like to use it for is for burning my incense cones, so I can put the little stone on top of it and then burn the incense on there. I just think it would be really good for collecting the ash, and it's also going to look really nice. I think it's very cute, but you could use it for scooping herbs if you want, but yeah, I'm going to use mine for incense instead. And while I'm talking about incense, let's take a look at our incense of the month. So this is my favourite company. I'd never used this brand of incense before, not until I started buying my witch caskets, and I have to say they're really nice. I'm not a fan of incense that is really smoky and heavy. I have asthma, so it affects my lungs, and Mikey is the same, he's asthmatic, so anything that is super heavy and smoky can affect us both in a really negative way. But this brand, they make the most beautiful smelling incense. It's not heavy, it's not like a bonfire. What are they called? What is the name of this company? I don't actually know. So you can find these on www.elementsgiftware.co.uk. So you can get them online, and they all have different names depending on what is in them. So we've got happiness, I've had prosperity, luck, things like that. But I don't actually know what they're supposed to smell like just because they have names that relate to emotions and feelings instead of what's actually in them. So this one smells really good again, and you get 20 incense sticks in here, which is a really good size. The next item in the box is actually my favourite thing that is in the box this month. It is a Rune Altar tile, and it also brings back some funny memories of when I was in school. So when I was a teenager, I decided to learn the runic alphabet along with one of my friends. So that was different runes relating to different letters. And yeah, it's how we used to pass notes in school. So we would write everything in runes and then pass it on to each other, so nobody could understand it, because if you were passing notes in school, someone would always have like a sneaky read on the way, or it would get caught out by the teachers. And there were a few of our teachers who, if they caught you passing notes, they would read out that note to the whole class, and a few people got really embarrassed by some of the things that were said. But yeah, one day our science teacher took the note off us, and she looked really smug and wanted to read it out in front of the class, and realised it was all written in runes and she couldn't read it. So yeah, it came in very handy. I actually still think I have a notebook somewhere. We had this notebook where we would write notes to each other if we weren't in the same classes, and then when we walked past each other in the corridor, we would swap that notebook. The other person would read it, write more in it, pass it on, that kind of thing. But this is the Algiz rune. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. If anybody knows how to pronounce it, please do write down in the comments box below with how to actually say it. And this is actually one of my favourite runes. It's for protection, and I've also seen it written down that it can also represent a chalice sometimes. I think that's if it's pointed the other way around. That could be a different rune entirely, but they look very similar. So this is what it looks like. I think this is slate, or at least it's some kind of slate effect stone. I really do like this. I think it's very nice. I'm probably going to put this on my curiosity cabinet as well. I feel like I don't have enough things in here with runes on, which is unusual because I'm always drawn to them. So I think I might make some rune stones of my own. I have a Dremel and I have some nice gemstones. So maybe we could make a video where we can make them together. That could be kind of fun. So yeah, like I said, this is one of my favourite things in the box. It is very beautiful and it's something that I'm going to treasure. Next thing in the box is tea time. So this time our tea of the month is golden apple spice. I feel like this is maybe a bit of a strange selection for a spring box. It's definitely something I would expect to see in maybe a harvest box or something around autumn or winter time, but it smells seriously good. It smells like a kind of really nice breakfast that you'd have in the winter with porridge and syrup and apples all heated up together, nice and warm. So I'm looking forward to trying this. It smells pretty sweet as well, and I tend to like the ones that smell a little bit sweeter. We also received some wind chimes in our box this month. I was very excited about these because I would like to put some more wind chimes in my garden. It's pretty windy in my garden, so you can always hear the sound of wind chimes, and the only ones that we have at the moment are bamboo, and I figured it would be nice to have some metal ones too. So it's really good that this was included in the box. They're just really simple, really tangled up. Let me untangle these first. So this is what they look like. They're just a really simple metal and wooden wind chime. I think I might paint these actually and maybe put some symbols onto this little wooden piece at the bottom. Maybe I could put some runic symbols on there or something from the witch's alphabet, just to make them a little bit more witchy, and then I can hang them up somewhere outside. We have something nicely wrapped in brown paper. The sticker says, "Forget me not, confidence and tranquility." Inside the brown paper we have a very cute little ceramic pot which says, "Grow your own magic." I think this is really adorable. And then the seeds in here are forget-me-not seeds. I've been really into planting and growing things this month. So I've been doing a herb garden outside, which I only recently started doing. I've really got chives and rosemary in there at the moment. I'm still growing some things indoors, waiting for them to get a bit bigger before I can put them outside. So I've got basil and I've got coriander in my room here. I've got carrots and I've got tomatoes downstairs as well. So I really want to focus on growing my own produce and things outside this year. So this is going to be another nice little addition to my windowsill. Maybe we could do an update each time I open a box. Maybe we could just have a little look and see how much the forget-me-nots have grown each month. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing how I do with growing these. But what a lovely little idea. What is next in the box? We have our piece of jewellery of the month. Again, it's another thing from Curiology. While we're on the subject, they have a brand new subscription box called the Coven Club. I did review it this month, so if you haven't seen it already, I will leave a little clickable links so you can go and watch it if you're interested in that kind of thing. So this month we have a very earthy, natural looking piece of jewellery. It is wooden, it is pretty cute in design, but I'm not really that into wearing wooden jewellery, so I might see if I can incorporate this into my wind chime some way, because I feel like they'll look pretty nice together. As well as that, we have our spell candles of the month. This time we have one brown and one black. We have another pin badge. Again, it comes in these really cute little organza bags. I like to keep these. They're very good for making little spell bags with. This time we have a square badge which says protected by magic, and the Y is also the algae symbol, the runic symbol, which is very cute. This is like really natural looking, and it's not really something that I would wear, but I kind of want to see if I can take the back off and use it as a fridge magnet, because I'd be much more likely to use this if it was a magnet, so I'm going to try and alter that some way and see if I can make it work. And then finally, last but not least, we have a little scroll of the month. If I can get it open. I would probably guess that there was something to do with herbs on this one maybe, but let's see. So this time our scroll says herbs, flowers and plants in magic. So there's a little bit of information about different uses, what you can use them for, reasons to grow your own herbs and plants for the purpose of magic, and also how to preserve them, which is good because I have absolutely zero idea how to preserve herbs. I've tried to dry flowers in the past and it's not always gone so well, so that's really helpful for me. And I can also use my foraging bag that I got in a box a few months ago to go foraging and maybe find some herbs and things to dry out. Thank you again for watching Gloombugs. Any information about Witch Casket will be down in the description box below. Also with that are things like links to my Tumblr, links to my Etsy store and also Instagram, so if you want to go and follow me on any of those other sites, please feel free to do so, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hopefully subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time. Bye!